And I think I'm listening when in actuality I'm hearing what I want to hear and believing that it's what is being said when it's not. It would be hilarious if it didn't have a destructive quality to it.
From the Big Island of Hawaii, welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman, offering relief for all relationships with a focus on anger assessment and resolve.
Aloha, Alex here with Aloha Speaks once again. And the topic today is actually the trap. It's that thing that happens between the ears. And I put parentheses once again after that originally said concepts. And by the time I got done with my notes, I went back and I put ... after the word concepts and put going somewhere. Like, am I headed? Am I trying to get somewhere? And it was inspired. It started with it last night, remembering it was a long time ago that things got off the ground. Malama Aloha Pono started coming together when I started finding out that I had unconsciously learned concepts of how to be a man since I was young, not knowing that I was picking up all this stuff, and that those concepts specifically of that, those behaviors and those beliefs, they were not serving me or anyone else. And that there was like an unwinding and unlearning that needed to happen. That was quite a while ago, a couple decades. So now let me back up a little bit here. Yes, so at the same time this is going on yesterday also, part of it was in a video. I had talked about where I wanted to take all the understandings and put it in a pie chart, like how many segments are there to Malama Aloha Pono? And I had revealed the first one on honesty and the third one on assessment, which I've spoken about. And these are constantly necessary on a daily and ongoing basis. Well, all of them are. So today, I wanted to, in the interest of this unwinding of concepts that I have benefited from, wanted to reveal the number 2 segment. Actually, even the number 4. Again, none of this is rocket science. And also, not only not rocket science, nothing anyone has ever not heard of. There's nothing new. But number 2 segment, listening. That's it, listening. But there, again, there's these little parentheses that go with it. Listening to learn and learning to listen. People have heard these things. There's more to it than that. That's the heading for that segment. It falls in between the honesty and the assessment. That's where it goes, because it's lacking. It's been lacking in my life, this listening. I would have, and talk about denial. That's why the honesty is first. Have anyone asked me? Of course I listen. I have no problem listening. I listen every day. Not really. And how would I know? So I'm not going to get into that segment, but that it really contributed to my ability and contributes to this misunderstanding of what it is to be a man, because it's not about a man versus a woman, or if there's this other, if someone identifies as a they or them. It's not about that. It's this human being that these concepts get in my way of being in touch with what matters, with what actually works for me, that makes a difference. And I think I'm listening when in actuality I'm hearing what I want to hear and believing that it's what is being said when it's not. It would be hilarious if it didn't have a destructive quality to it. So that's the number 2. I'll also say, because I spoke already, that this unconscious behavior of man that is so misunderstood of, okay, this is what it is to be a man, has been my whole life so unconscious that number 4 in Malama Aloha Pono, the number 4 segment, is about the subconscious. Now, there's still 2 more segments I'm not going to get into, but it's about the power of the concepts and how they don't serve me. And it's impossible to even be aware of that without the number 3 segment, the assessment. Every day I make the assessment, which is a learned trait, a learned and acquired practice. So it's not that everything's broken up into segments. It all happens at the same time. The beautiful thing is, I have also, from the beginning, talked about the 2 why. There actually are 2 whys. Living in this world of duality, of course. But Malama Aloha Pono, that pie chart, that circle, addresses this side over here, this that's going on, right? This the false self. There's a whole other side over here that is none of my business to address. I talk about how timelesstoday.com addresses that side over there. The true self. That is real. That is such a blessing. That gives that on not only a daily basis, every single moment gives that ability, that potential to be so excited, not on a hop, skip, and jump, but in that fullness of gratitude to wake up and be alive and know that I don't have a plan. I mean, maybe I do have a plan, but certainly to be attached to it, no. Alive. To be alive. And to be so grateful for that. To keep it simple. Again and on. All is well. Not all will be well. So going somewhere? Already here in that peace. And that's the blessing. Still, I have this chance to assess, keep it clear, and continue forward. Until next time, aloha. And to close, clicking on the thumbs up icon supports Aloha Speaks, as well as clicking on the free subscribe tab. Mahalo.